Leaders and community members are helping the youth continue their education. They're doing that by attending a fundraiser that helps to raise scholarship money. The 100 Black Men of Coastal North Carolina says they pour into the lives of young black men. The organization has a Success Academy where high school students participate in a 10-month program that helps them prepare for college. They held a breakfast this morning where those students were presented with a scholarship. The money comes from the community bidding on a silent auction at the event. The president of the organization says sending them off to continue their education is only the beginning of making sure they succeed.
It takes all of us, not just one of us, but all of us. We need our teachers, we need our administrators, we need our business people, we need our community leaders, every one of us working together to lift up our community so it itself can become the best it can be.
These young men have the opportunity to participate in the organization on a collegiate level, and you can also help to pour into the local chapter by volunteering or donating money.